From the Giants, now let's talk a little bit about the Eagles because they beat the Rams Sunday in what was solely a second-half effort. Philadelphia trailed 26-7 in the third quarter when Jalen Hurts found his groove and A.J. Brown. Here's Chris Canty on Unsportsmanlike with high praise for Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, when he is given the proper amount of time, he can be as surgical with his accuracy, with his ball placement, with his velocity as any quarterback in the NFL. And then, oh, by the way, if he's got to take off and run it on a design quarterback run, he can do that too. He is top 5 and not 5. A quarterback that can have the kind of restraint that he has on a game-to-game basis, that takes on all of the slings and the arrows because stylistically he doesn't play like other elite quarterbacks, but yet just stacks up wins and then can pull this out of the hat in that fashion against that team.
I'll give it to Canty. I've heard you be critical of the Eagles. You've changed your tune a little bit. What do you think about what he has to say about Jalen Hurts?
Oh, Shay, old enough. Remember being on the first take with the one and only Chris Canty, having a major disagreement about the talent of one Jalen Hurts. I remember Chris Canty doing a top 10 list of the greatest quarterbacks the game has seen right now. He's like, I don't have Jalen Hurts in the top 10, not me. And I said, now wait 1 minute, what is going on? I'm just glad that Chris Canty has come around to join the rest of us who saw it from day one.
The list is fluid, though,
The
list is fluid. It's fluid. The list is fluid.
What's the matter with you?
You're creating a very bad habit.
Harold, wow.
Yes,
That's
because
impressive.
what you do is you like to sit up there and talk about what other people said, like you was sitting here being all quiet. You've said things too. Don't let us get the tapes and roll tapes.
No.
I'm not talking about this specific subject.
Yeah.
I'm saying you've done it 3 times in the first 45 minutes of this show.
Mm-hmm.
Now don't let me start calling up clips of stuff that comes out of your mouth.
We can
okay,
do that.
we can do that. We can do that because there's
here's
mounted
the
evidence
thing,
about some of the stuff.
Here's what I would say
because
to you.
if anybody's got a fluid list, it's you.
Here's what
you
I
got
can
to
say.
do it right.
As somebody
the
who
fluid
comes
list.
on this show,
Do the fluid
gives
list.
an opinion and then goes out not just one Sunday, not just one Monday night, but every Sunday, every week, shows my face and covers games, I always have to be accountable to whatever I say on the show.
Right.
So the receipts don't bother me.
No, what I'm saying to you is that I didn't say accountability. What I said is that how you switch positions. Your positions become fluid too. Oh, I said this, but then now, as I reflect on it, because I was at the game and I saw it and I saw what it did, and now I have to bring this up.
I don't know why you're doing the buddy thing with Christopher.
All I'm trying to say to you is that we can do that.
He can handle it. This is my friend, and he remembers that moment with his top 10 list.
Girl, we go
on
back
this
decades.
show.
We go back decades. Don't bring up no friendship with Chris. That's new. We go back decades. You can try that you want to. We go back decades. Now, let me get this straight. Let me be very clear. Jalen Hurts is a bad brother. Since week 6 of last year, they 19-1. In every game that he has started and finished, he's won 17 straight. And when you look at what he did this past week, I mean, the Los Angeles Rams was busting their you know what? They were just methodically just chopping them down. They went up 26-7. He was horrid in the first half. And what does he do in the second half? What is it, like 17 for 24, 209 yards? Now, obviously, he sat up there and said, look at this. A.J. Brown pulled the Michael Irvin, give me the ball. Win the game, give me the ball. And A.J. Brown did what he did. 2 third-down conversions. I mean, I'm looking 3rd and 10, by the way. And I'm just looking at the Philadelphia Eagles led by Jalen Hurts. I'm looking at game 1 to open the season against Dallas, how he was running the football because you wasn't having cats open. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at him throw the football against the Rams in week 3. I'm reminded of last year when A.J. Brown was on the sideline reading books for motivational purposes during the damn game and all of this stuff. And somehow, some way, Jalen Hurts like, this is what y'all want? Y'all want me to get the ball?
Yep.
He is one of those dudes that is showing you whatever you need done, he can get done.
Yeah.
So we can look at other guys and say a Josh Allen, a Lamar Jackson, a Joe Burrow. We can bring to Patrick Mahomes. We can bring up talent. But when you mention the word winner, Jalen Hurts is right at the top of the conversation. I mean, one could legitimately argue, first of all, over the last 2 seasons, he's looked better than Patrick Mahomes. dare we say. That's number one. Number two, he beat them on the biggest stage in the Super Bowl.
Didn't just beat.
Okay?
the Eagles.
Stomped them, romped them, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm like, when you're talking about winners, it's time to make the case that Jalen Hurts is the first name that should come up because he beat the dude that we designated as the best, arguably ever, in Patrick Mahomes. Okay, Josh Allen can't beat him yet. Lamar Jackson can't beat him yet in the postseason. And Jalen Hurts stomped him. So I'm looking at it from that standpoint. And then, oh, by the way, he's beating everybody else. It ain't like he reserved it for Kansas City. 17 straight. Okay? This is what we're talking about here. When we talk about winners, Jalen Hurts right now is number one.
When we talk about the best quarterback in the game, this is the first year that I can remember in quite some time where that title has been fluid. Because for the last 6 or 7 years, that has been Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. And now, week to week, it's Josh Allen, it's Lamar Jackson, and this dude, Jalen Hurts, deserves to have his name in that conversation. Because I can't remember, Stephen A., the last time I seen a team rattle off 26 unanswered points after giving up 26 unanswered points. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I seen a Sean McVay team give up a 3-possession lead in the second half of a ball game.
Part of that is how cautious he gets. Sean McVay, I love him, but I mean, he settles for field goals on too many occasions, and 2 of them got blocked. We don't anticipate that.
But
the transition from 4 of 8 passing for 17 yards in the first half to showing up like he did in the second half.
They had negative passing yards at halftime, and to have the confidence in the second half to execute after having that first half against the same defense is unbelievable. It shows you the sports character of Jalen Hurts and the sports character of that team, which is why I think they can be the third team in the last quarter century to repeat that.
I agree. All right, we got to go. We're up against it here. The Lions with a major statement on Monday Night Football. Is it time to hit the panic button?
2-1 in the season. Baltimore is 1-2 with a game on the road at Kansas City this week. All right, let's get into some of the other teams here. We just heard some information there about the Giants. Brian Daboll, their head coach, discussing the quarterback position. So getting late early for some of these teams. I'm going to give you a team, and you guys tell me if you feel like, oh boy, it's getting late early. Like you already see signs of they could be in trouble. I know it's 3 weeks in, but still, you kind of see a little bit of it. Smalls, let's start with the Giants. Is it getting late early for them?
It's been late. It has been late for the New York Giants. Now, listen, maybe they can start Jackson Dart and provide some sort of a spark, but with that schedule that they have, I don't expect the results to be much different. It's maybe the complexion of what the team feels like. You feel like the arrow's pointing in the right direction. Maybe you found your quarterback, but I don't expect the overall team results to be anything close to what can save this regime.
Here's the thing. I think it's late for the regime. Brian Daboll, Joe Shane. I don't think it's late for the Giants because the Giants were a team that won 3 games last year, right? They weren't a good football team. So I think we're talking about this team, this organization being able to build the foundation for future success. And I still think there's an opportunity to do that around Jackson Dart for the season. So it's early and it looks ugly, but you're hoping that with all of the opportunities that are left in front of you for your relatively young core of players, that there's a chance to be able to build an identity moving forward that will allow you to have sustained success. So yeah, it's getting late early for Joe Shane and Brian Daboll, but I don't think it's late for the Giants as a team overall because I didn't expect that they would have a lot of success in the way of wins this year.
Yeah.
Let's stay in the same building with the Jets, who did not have playoff aspirations this year. We're trying to work in a brand new head coach who's been there before with them and Aaron Glenn. And so it's 3 games in, they're 0-3, and they are minus Justin Fields because of the concussion. Is it getting late early for the Jets, Smalls?
No, it's absolutely not because of everything that you just outlined. Heading into this season, we know it's year 1 with Aaron Glenn, and even though they had some pieces that you like from a personnel standpoint, he had to completely revitalize that culture and establish a new identity. Hard to do that when your starting quarterback is in protocol. But I think we've seen some signs from the Jets that things are going to get turned around under AG. Now, it hasn't shown itself in results. Obviously, they're sitting there at 0-3, but I think that at the end of the season, we will feel like they have the